everyone. This is episode 3 of Coffee Break with Sha, a library podcast. And today's November. What do we celebrate in the library during this month? Well, in the Philippines, we celebrate the National Library and Information Services Month. Currently, the University of San Carlos Library System is collaborating with the American Corner Cebu. And with that, we will gonna talk about Thanksgiving in the U.S. So we invited special guests all the way from the U.S. to share with us their knowledge and some personal experiences during this huge celebration. And honestly, I am very excited about this episode because I literally don't have any idea about Thanksgiving except for its name. Well, I'm an Asian and I'm a Filipino and I haven't been in the US, so yeah, I don't have much experiences about their culture and their traditions. So let's find out what Thanksgiving is all about and what are the things that they prepare, what are the food that they serve on the table, and what do they actually do during this huge celebration. Ladies and gents, I am so honored to have our special guests all the way from San Diego, California. This wonderful couple will share with us what Thanksgiving is all about and some of their experiences. Miss Madonna Villar and Mr. Paul Villar. Good morning, Miss Donna and Sir Paul. Thank you so much for joining us today for our episode 3 of this Coffee Break with Sha, a library podcast. And yeah, how are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm fine. And it's actually 8:35 here in the Philippines. What time is it there?
It's 4:38 p.m. So we're here in San Diego, California. So we have a 16-hour difference.
I see. Okay, since this month, November is actually a National Library Information Services Month, so we celebrate it every November. And in collaboration with the American Spaces, we wanted to be familiar with Thanksgiving since it's not, part of our culture here as Filipinos. So yeah, so basically we will talk about Thanksgiving, and actually I'm curious about it. And yeah, before jumping into that, I'd like to ask if you could tell me something about yourself and also Sir Paul.
Okay, I'll start. So my name is Madonna Villar. I am a Filipina. I was born in the Philippines in Surigao City in Mindanao, and I am the youngest of 3 children. I migrated to the Philippines in July of 2007 because I married this guy right here. So I gave up everything. I gave up my career and left my family to be with this handsome man over here. So that's my story.
Great. How about Sir Paul?
I was born in Massachusetts. Actually, the origin and beginning of Thanksgiving in Massachusetts. So I'm very familiar with Thanksgiving and that celebration. I am the youngest of 6 kids, and I joined the military when I was 18.
Oh.
I've been in the military since then. I've had a long career with many, many tours, but we still celebrate Thanksgiving every year. It's a big part of the holiday celebration in the fall. I was raised again, like I said, in Massachusetts. My brother lives in Plymouth, Massachusetts, where Thanksgiving actually started down in Plymouth Plantation. So as a kid, we used to go on field trips during school to Plymouth Plantation and learned about the Pilgrims. And and I married this wonderful woman along the way, and we're now homesteaded here in San Diego.
Okay, all right. By the way, how many years are you living in the U.S., Miss Madonna?
I'm going to let him answer that question because this is a quiz.
It's been almost 15 years now.
Yeah. So 14 years and getting to 15. So good answer. He passed.
I see. Wow, that's quite long already. Yeah. So maybe let's jump into the Thanksgiving thing. I'm really curious about it. Yeah. What is it all about? What is Thanksgiving all about?
I think I'll start from my perspective. So
Oh,
Sha,
sure.
when I came here 14 years ago, I think obviously as a Filipina, not growing up, here in the US, it's limited view of what Thanksgiving is about. For me, really, it's all about thankfulness and being grateful for everything, all the blessings that I have. And when I talk about blessings, I'm not really thinking more about the monetary or material ones, but really about the family that you have. My husband, my stepkids, I have two very beautiful, responsible stepkids, my parents, my siblings, everything that I have, my health. That's as plain as what Thanksgiving is to me. And obviously, there's a rich history to that. But I will let Paul talk.
The
What is
expert.
Thanksgiving all about?
I think she's adapted and adopted the Thanksgiving tradition. I mean, it's about family, about being thankful for all your blessings, spending time with family, enjoying a relaxing day, eating a lot of good food, and celebrating all that we have in this great country, and the foundation, and the sacrifices that the founders and the pilgrims and all the immigrants coming here to create this country. It's part of their survival and great success story.
I see.
I'm gonna add to that, Miss Charlene.
Sure. Go ahead, Miss.
I think nowadays, Thanksgiving is widely celebrated here in the US, obviously, with a lot of food, right? So turkey, turkey is a main dish. And then some people are really into football. So Thanksgiving is sort of the beginning of the holiday season before you get into the Christmas and the New Year. And then obviously you have Black Friday the day after. And then it's the National Football League, or NFL. They are big with football. So a lot of people watch football on Thanksgiving dinner or during Thanksgiving dinner. And it's really a lot of get together with family members and friends. And there's also a thing called Friendsgiving. So some people who move to other states, or if they don't have an immediate family where they are, they also do like a Friendsgiving. So you do it usually the weekend before, 2 weekends before the Thanksgiving day.
I see. Wow. So yeah, I thought it's something that you celebrate because, in my I mean, as a nation, as a Filipino, we used to celebrate, festivals, festivities because of a saint. So it's not something like that. I see. I see now. Okay. So yeah, when do you celebrate it exactly? Yeah, November. Is there a specific date or something?
It's usually the last Thursday,
Last Thursday.
the last Thursday of November.
Yeah, or the
So-
fourth. Yeah, the fourth Thursday of November, somewhere in there. Yes.
Yeah. So, and usually it starts off a 4-day weekend. Most people have that Friday off, so it's a good weekend. A lot of good family celebrations and reunions, and a lot of travel happens during that weekend.
Yeah. You've heard about Black Friday, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So that's the big shopping day, Black Friday, after Thanksgiving Thursday.
I see. Amazing. Okay. So, what else? Since you have already answered why do you celebrate it? Yeah. Is it only the US that celebrates Thanksgiving? How about the other countries from the North and South America?
I'll start off. So I know that Canada, for example, they do celebrate their own version of Thanksgiving, and because Canada is so close to us geographically, so they kind of mirror the culture and the festivities that we have for Thanksgiving. And then even in the South and other countries, I'm pretty sure they also have Thanksgiving. They have it in Germany, Japan, other countries. I think they just have their own version of Thanksgiving and just different days of the year. Yeah, I know that for Latin America, they do not necessarily celebrate it, but they have sort of like a similar thing for us. And then if they do, the food is just different, right? So instead of turkey, sweet potato, instead of cranberry mashed potatoes, it's more Latin inspired dishes. Anything to add, babe? Nope. Okay.
Oh, very well said. Yeah, why is it always turkey when there's chicken? I'm really curious about that. Why do you always serve turkey?
Answer that.
I, I think it's just more tradition. It's a big bird that was like a wild turkey.
I
That was
see.
that was like native, local to where the pilgrims were. So when they hunted and had their first Thanksgiving celebration, I'm sure that was the one of the local, birds
Mm.
that they went ahead and hunted and brought to the Thanksgiving dinner. And yeah, it's just a tradition that's been carried on and on and on.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We didn't touch on the history, but I think you did slightly. I think Paul did slightly. So when the Pilgrims came over to the U.S., specifically there in the Plymouth area, and then Thanksgiving really is really a celebration of peace, right, and prosperity with between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. It's really a celebration of harvest. Like after the fall season, so you're harvesting and how bountiful it is and being thankful and grateful. And so they were really hunting wild animals. So at the time in 1661, I researched this one, in
Wow.
1661, which was like the first Thanksgiving feast between the Pilgrims
Oh.
and the Native Americans. They like went for hunted for deer, for venison, for turkey, and then there was even like a commentary that the turkey is so big so it can feed a family like a lot of
Yeah.
people, versus if you cook multiple numbers a number of chickens,
Chickens,
then it
yeah.
will take
I
time.
see now. Yeah, aside from turkey, do you have any other, food that you used to serve on the table during Thanksgiving?
Yeah, of course. Usually, obviously cranberry sauce. You've heard of cranberry sauce. Cranberries are grown in Massachusetts. So they're kind of native to that area. So that's where the cranberry sauce came from, or it's the
Mm-hmm.
cranberries that are made into kind of a sauce that go along as condiments or side dishes or, stuffing that you stuff the turkey with,
Mashed potatoes.
squash, mashed
Yeah, I'm
potatoes,
getting hungry now.
Yeah.
vegetables, all types of good, delicious pies are always good. And I think each family has maybe a little different tradition in regards to what recipes have been handed down,
Mm-hmm.
over the
Mhm.
generations and but mostly, you have your turkey, your stuffing, your potatoes, squash, pumpkin pie, of course,
Yeah.
all those good things.
Baked bean casserole. I think, yeah, it's different per family, per maybe culture. Sometimes if
Mm-hmm.
you add more to it. I know that when I go to a lot of Filipino Thanksgiving gatherings, because Paul, it's mostly Paul and me, and then sometimes most of the time the kids are not with us. So in the past 14 years that I've celebrated Thanksgiving, we would be adopted by other Filipino families and friends. And so you can definitely imagine that there's a lot of Filipino influence, a lot of lumpia, pancit,
Really?
whatever. Yes, yes, yes. And then if you are maybe on the south too, a lot of them would add different pies, maybe some, I don't know, some different berry pies or pecan or pecan pie, instead of, some would go for pumpkin pie, some would go for sweet potato pie. It's just slight differences here and there. Yeah.
I see. Since we have talked about food, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food? Was that you first, Miss Donna?
Pumpkin pie or sweet potato
Wow,
pie.
never
Yeah.
tried that.
Oh gosh, it's really, really good.
I was thinking somebody will answer turkey. So actually, I really thought it's just turkey.
Turkey's good. It depends on there's different ways that people prepare it. Some people, bake it. Some people will brine it, like
Roast. Mm.
soak it in like a salt solution with herbs for, a couple days ahead of time. Some people now they're into deep frying the
Yeah.
turkey. So lots of different ways, but turkey's always the mainstay.
I think
Yeah.
the good thing about, having such a big meal is that you have lots of leftovers after. And so a lot of people would do like a turkey sandwich, or a turkey
Mm,
turkey soup. Anything made with turkey because you have a lot of leftovers. So
Just like lechon. After that, we have lechon paksiw.
oh yeah, lechon paksiw. And I can't forget the Thanksgiving that I had back in Maine, where his older sister is based right now. But his family cooks a lot and cooks really well. And I told him, why didn't we come to Thanksgiving here before? That's in Maine, in Old Orchard Beach, Maine, because she cooks a lot and it's a lot of good food.
Okay, how about this one? What time do you start eating during Thanksgiving? Is there a specific time or something? Is it, lunch or dinner, something like that?
I think it depends on the family. So
Oh,
either
really? I see.
some people, usually mid-afternoon, like 2 o'clock. Some people do it a little later. Some people do multiple Thanksgivings if they have different relatives in different areas. They'll do one Thanksgiving with one family at one time, then go to another one and another one. So it's all throughout the day, but usually starts in the afternoon.
Yeah. Usually, based on my experience, it starts in the afternoon because you start with an appetizer, and it's a lot of appetizers. You have maybe some pumpkin soup or squash soup and some salad. Then you let that digest for a couple hours, and then you go for the entree.
Before going to
There's
the
a lot of
main dish.
a lot of sides with the entree, and then you kind of get to give it a break, and then you go with dessert again, and there's different
Mm,
sides. So it's really a lot of eating for the entire day.
yeah. What do you usually discuss during Thanksgiving? And then what should you not discuss? If there's something, I'm just curious about this one.
I think it's just normal family get together, spending
Okay.
time, just reminiscing over old times, good times, future plans and, catching up on family and, what's going on with careers and work or, vacations or just life, kids and grandparents, all that type of thing, but nothing specific that we
I see. I
you
see.
know, that we discuss. It's just like a big family get together, and lots
Yeah,
of times
gathering.
the family hasn't seen each other for a long time sometimes, or
Mm-mm.
they travel. So it's a lot of catching up on just life and what's going on.
Yeah. And what
Nice.
do we try to avoid for topics? So generally, as a rule, just try not to talk about politics because it can be controversial. Different people have different views, even though you're from the same family or relatives. So just trying not to talk about money or losing a job or failed relationships or political views. Just try to avoid those topics. Keep it light, keep it about intimate and about personal experiences.
So it's more on family bonding. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
catching up.
Yeah, true. It's for I think for us Filipinos, or in my personal experience, Thanksgiving is something like a Christmas gathering for me. Yeah, with my
Yes,
family.
yeah. I think the missing part of that during Thanksgiving is you're not expected to give a gift,
Yes.
unlike
Yeah.
Christmas part. Yeah, so
Mm-mm.
no gifts necessary for Thanksgiving. It's really just enjoying the company. And you
Mm.
probably know that a lot of people travel to get to their Thanksgiving destination, whether it's by
Mm.
land or by air. A lot of people fly, and I don't even know how many people are flying this year for Thanksgiving, but it's the busiest, I think, in addition to Christmas, but it's the busiest time in the airports. It's really busy there, especially if you fly the day before Thanksgiving, or the day of.
I see. Okay, one last thing. How about non-American citizens who are currently in the U.S.? Can they also celebrate Thanksgiving? I mean, those who are, for instance, Asians who are not really, American citizens yet. Can they also celebrate, Thanksgiving?
Yeah, definitely. When my process here, I came here on fiance visa, and so I had to go through. I'm one of those went through like an adjustment of status. I
Mhm.
had my green card for 2 years before I became a citizen, and definitely for me personally, and you can add to this, babe. For me personally, it's It's about what you and your family would like to be thankful for. It's really getting your family together. And there are no hard and fast rules as to who can or cannot celebrate it. For me, it's regardless of your race, your gender, your origin. It's really about being grateful and just celebrating peace and prosperity. So yeah, I would say go for it.
I love that one. Yeah. How I wish I could also experience Thanksgiving soon.
Yeah. If you ever come here, visit us. And this guy over here loves to cook.
Wow.
He does love to cook, and he makes a really amazing Thanksgiving meal. Uh, yeah, so it's always something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's so nice. After all, it's really, the bond, the catching up with everyone in the family.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
I forgot to mention, Sha, that there's also a big parade, usually during
Mm.
Thanksgiving Day.
Mhm.
It was started, it's really Macy's. You know Macy's department store? Um, yeah, it's a big department store chain here in the US, and
Mm.
they really are known for organizing and sponsoring this annual Thanksgiving parade. And it's during Thanksgiving Day. There are several participants, several floats, different companies,
Oh.
celebrities performing outside. It's in New York, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but lots
yeah.
of towns and cities will have their own
We'll have their own
Thanksgiving Day
version.
parades.
Yeah.
It's kind of the beginning of the Christmas season too.
Yeah.
So,
And a
yeah.
lot of people go out their way and go watch that, or you can watch it
Mm.
on TV. So starting from that very morning of Thanksgiving, you turn on your TV, you watch the parade, and then you can already smell everything cooking. And a lot of families or cooks too, they cook before, they prep the meal before Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-mm.
They, they start ahead of
2 or 3
time
days out.
because it's a
Mm-mm.
lot cooking, and then
Yeah.
it's all gone in 10 minutes.
So yeah, I can also imagine Sinulog.
Yes, yes.
Yes, with the parade and floats and celebrities.
Yeah. Hopefully you can, at some point come here and experience it yourself. Different states, maybe different twists. Here we're in
Mm.
California right now, so you can see I'm wearing sleeveless. It's November. The weather is very nice. But when you go maybe to the north or in the east, maybe then northeast, it's cooler. Maybe you'll be wearing a sweater, a jacket, and some boots.
Oh.
It's just we're in California, and the California weather is kind of nice pretty much all year round. So we don't really, where we are here in San Diego, it's
Mm.
southern, so it's not too much. We don't really get a lot of snow except if you go to the mountains. Yeah,
I
it's
see.
cooler at night, but really nice and comfortable during the day. So you can wear flip-flops even during Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
And you go to the beach.
Yeah. So you can also go, travel during Thanksgiving, like celebrate it by the beach or in the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. As long as, I think the essence there is just to feel the true meaning of Thanksgiving, and it's really taking everything in and being grateful for what you have. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot
Well,
of people also donate their time or reach out and do an outreach activity, and maybe go to an organization to feed the homeless. That's
mm,
also a big thing. Giving back to your community and to the society.
I love Thanksgiving.
Yes, you should experience it sometime.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
Yeah, maybe when we have Thanksgiving this year, we'll take a picture of all the food that Paul prepared, and then we'll have to send it to you guys.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, hope you'll have a nice and wonderful Thanksgiving. And I believe that's it for now, Miss Donna and Sir Paul. Oh my God, I'm so grateful for you guys.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to share our Thanksgiving experience.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah. Well,
You really educated me what Thanksgiving is all about because I really have no idea. I didn't even Google it because I just wanted to know it from you guys.
oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. I was exactly the same thing before I came here to the US. And the more you stay here, the more you you experience what it truly is.
Yeah.
But remember, you don't have to be in any specific country or place, as long as you're always, grateful and celebrating that and being with
Yeah.
your family and friends. It's important. Yeah.
True. True. True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Bye.
Till next
All right.
time. Oh.
Yes, next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Sir Paul. Thank you, Miss Donna. Bye.
Take care.
So that was Mr. and Mrs. Valere. And let's do a quick recap. Thanksgiving is about thankfulness and being grateful for everything that you have. Being thankful for the blessings, the family, the friends, and the loved ones. And basically, it's like spending time with your family and your loved ones, of course. Thanksgiving is the beginning of the holiday season where they celebrate it during fourth Thursday of November or the last Thursday of November. And other countries also celebrate Thanksgiving. It's not just the US, and in fact, Canada celebrates Thanksgiving. However, each country has its own version of Thanksgiving, and most probably it differs on the food that they serve on the table. So, why is it turkey the main dish? Been wondering why is it always turkey when there's chicken? Well, to answer that, it's the tradition. In its history, Thanksgiving is the celebration of peace between Pilgrims and the Native Americans. Back then, they were hunting deers, venisons, turkey, and that's probably why it became a tradition. And according to Miss Donna, there was actually a commentary that turkey is bigger than chickens and that it can serve a bunch of people. So, yeah, there's no need for you to cook a lot of chickens and just cook a whole, turkey. Yeah. Aside from that, they also have cranberries, pumpkin pies, potatoes, and others. However, nowadays it depends on the family though. After all, the essence of Thanksgiving is being grateful and thankful for everything that you have. Actually, others also celebrate it through outreach programs where they give back to the community. And lastly, according to Miss Donna, always remember that you don't have to be in a specific country or place to celebrate Thanksgiving. As long as you're always grateful and thankful and you want to celebrate that with your family and friends, then that's the most important. Well, I love Thanksgiving. That's what we have for you for now. This is Coffee Break with Sha, and see you in the next one. Bye!